Hey guys, welcome back to Daddy Prince Gaming, your favorite spot for games, jokes, and me making terrible decisions so you don't have to. Today we're diving into Dune Awakening, as the Chapter 2 expansion is about to drop. Now I've been playing this game for quite a little bit now on stream, and I've been really enjoying it. Now I'm still pretty fresh to Arrakis. I've eaten enough sand to be classified as a side dish, but I've also had a blast figuring out how this world works. So if you're new or thinking about jumping in, this video is for you. Let's chat about what I loved, what broke me, and why Chapter 2 has me hyped. So, first things first. The game doesn't care that you're a beginner. It's like, here's a desert, here's a knife. Good luck not becoming worm food. But honestly, that's part of the magic. You start small, learning to craft, gathering spice, running from storms like your taxes are due. The world feels huge, but also super personal. Every step feels like survival and discovery. My first sandworm encounter, terrifying. I thought I was safe. Spoiler though, I was not, and I definitely would not recommend standing still in a desert. Key beginner tip for new players: Dune doesn't hold your hand. But when you figure something out, it feels like your victory. Like building your first base and realizing, wow, I finally have 4 walls, a roof, and slightly less chance of dying. It's like every experience feels unique. Not only to your journey, but to this bigger realm that you're playing within. Every moment something that you can cherish, every chance and opportunity to learn and grow. And that's the one thing that I've definitely enjoyed about this beginner's experience, is that it's left so much space to explore and to do things your own way. There is no right or wrong, and I really enjoy that about this game. Now look, it ain't all spice and sunshine. Sometimes the grind feels a little too grindy. Like, why does it take me longer to craft boots than it does for my kid to find a way into the cookie jar? Combat can be a bit clunky when you first start. I kept asking myself, am I fighting the enemy or am I fighting the controls? Sometimes I can feel like both. And yeah, expect a learning curve. Not really Everest level. At least there aren't microtransactions forcing you to buy your way out of the desert. But there are opportunities to learn and to grow as a gamer. Not everything comes to you easy in this game, but once you get the hang of it, it's such a good feeling. But here's another thing. These quirks kind of add to a charm. Once you push past them, the sense of achievement feels real. And Chapter 2 is promising smoother systems, more refined combat, and even bigger world events. And how can you not get excited about it though? Now, here's what I absolutely loved about this game. Firstly, exploration is next level. Every dune, every canyon feels alive. You're not just walking around, you're surviving and storytelling. The player community is surprisingly wholesome. Like, you expect cutthroat spice wars, but I actually found people helping me out, especially on stream. I had so many individuals come on stream to just kind of like help me and guide me into not really what I need to do, but just giving me options that kind of helped me grow when it came to base building, when it came to heading into certain caves, making sure that I don't miss out on certain loot. Just a really fun community-based experience. And of course, the sandworms. Nothing says epic like the ground swallowing you whole mid-mission. Horrifying, yes. Entertaining, yes, please. So why all the hype around Chapter 2? With a game that has been so positively reviewed by, I feel, the majority of the gaming community, there is always this need for more. There's always this craving for what's next. Once you've kind of gone past towards end game, I have been noticing that the fight play can kind of become a little bit dull and similar. I feel like there's this constant repetition of grind with not this real explosive end game that we were all expecting. But with Chapter 2, we are expecting new regions to explore because apparently, we haven't eaten enough sand. expanded survival systems, meaning more creative ways to not die, and most importantly, more tools, more customization, and more story hooks to keep you coming back. Now, if I was a new player, this would honestly be the perfect time to jump in. It just feels like a chance to grow with the game as it levels up. And with the gaming community the way that it is at the moment, I do feel that this constant growth from the developers is really giving everyone who is committed to the game a chance to, of course, experience new content. But then for those of us who have kind of just come in, for those of us who are going to play the game for the first time, just this ever-knowing presence that the game is continuing to grow. And that for me is such a good thing to know when investing in buying a new game. So here's the deal. Dune Awakening isn't perfect, but it's ambitious, it's fun, and it gives you stories you'll laugh about later. Like me still explaining to my daughter why daddy screamed at a sandworm like it was a haunted vacuum cleaner. If you're on the fence, I'd say dive in with Chapter 2. Bring your patience, bring your humor, and maybe bring some energy. Maybe some newbie energy that maybe the game needs. Sometimes you just need a small community that is supporting something that is fresh and that is growing, that really brings other gamers together. For me, I'm just going to be grinding not only on stream but also off stream, just to kind of continue to see where Chapter's going to go and maybe to see where the game will go even further. I've been having an absolute fantastic time with the game, and I hope you are too. As always, my friends, this is Daddy Prince Gaming. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your funniest Dune story in the comments. Until next time, stay safe out there, and may the spice always flow.